You look historically speaking, Donald Trump is now under 50% in the national popular vote, barely under 50%, but he is under 50%. And I want to take a look and compare his popular vote victory to those, historically speaking, over the last 200 years. His popular vote victory ranks 44th out of 51. That ain't exactly strong. Some might argue that is weak, in the words of Tony Blair. In fact, his popular vote win at this point is the weakest, going all the way back. You have to go all the way back to 2000 to find a weaker one, a smaller popular vote victory than Donald Trump currently has. So, yeah, Trump has won the popular vote, but it ain't all that, my dear friend John Berman.
You know, George W. Bush had a bigger popular vote in 2004. And if you're looking at a combination of popular vote and electoral college vote, look, Obama twice had bigger popular vote and electoral college vote victories.
And Joe Biden did as well.
Joe Biden's popular vote victory twice as big, electoral college victory a little smaller. Talk about coattails for Donald Trump.
Yeah, let's talk about coattails here. So, you know, you talk about the Senate, you know, short coattails. States Trump won, but Democrats won or lead in the Senate race. Look at this. In 2016, it was 0. In 2020, it was 0. In 2024, look at this. Four states where a Senate Democratic candidate won, even though Donald Trump won. We're talking about Nevada, Arizona, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. That is 4 states, and Pennsylvania we still haven't called yet. That could be 5 if Bob Casey is able to mount a comeback. But even if Casey loses and Dave McCormick wins, we're talking about 4 states. In fact, I went all the way back through the history books, and this is the most Senate races that the Prez Winners Party lost in states the president won since 2004. Again, you have to go all the way back since the early 2000s to find a historical note that matches what's going on right now. So yeah, Donald Trump won, but there weren't exactly all that many Republicans, or at least fewer than you'd expect historically, who rode around in that victory car with him.
What about the House?
What about the House? Well, we're talking about a historically small majority potentially for the Republicans. The GOP would have a record small majority if the current House results hold. The GOP would be at 221. The Democrats would be at 214. You have to go all the way back before there were 50 states in the Union to find a smaller majority for the incoming House majority that Republicans currently hold right now at 221. And, of course, that could drop lower if Stefanik Waltz or others leave the House Republican majority, which at this point seems quite likely, Mr. Berman.
And, again, it is worth noting there are parts of Donald Trump's victory which are notable, a realignment, historic in their own way. But the size of the victory just isn't.
Correct. What we're talking about is we're talking a very wide win for Donald Trump, but the depth, it's not particularly deep. It's actually quite shallow, historically speaking, Mr. Berman.
Harriet, thank you very much.